What it do, family? It's your girl Tamika, and I am back with another video. Shout out to the family S&T squad, Drip Set. What it do? I appreciate you guys for coming back and tuning in. I love you the long way. Now look, y'all know the vibes. I need you to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and please turn those post notifications on too, so you know each and every time I drop a vid, you dig. Now we about to hop right into this thing. Now we know Romeo Miller. He is the son of the music icon Master P. Now for the people that's old enough, I think we all remember when No Limit had us all in a headlock at one point in time. Now over the years, we done seen Romeo Miller. He done dabbled in music, acting, and a lot of things. And from the outside looking in, you would really think, you would say, look, man, this is a well put together young man. I mean, you never heard him in the midst of any type of drama. You never really hear Romeo say anything, even when it comes down to his personal life. That's why when he just took the Instagram and took shots at his father, it was a shocker to us all. Now look, let's not get it twisted. Master P, he had the whole world on his back at one point at a time, and he was responsible for supporting the lives of many people. I mean, you had Silk the Shocker, you had C Murder, you had Romeo. Because I don't want for 1 second this conversation that we're having to take away from any accomplishments that Master P has made over the years. But we also got to be very realistic. There's going to be a difference between Master P, the businessman, Master P, the husband, and Master P, the father. They all may just be three different people. So those things we have to consider when we look at certain things come across the internet. You dig what I'm saying? Now it all started when Master P paid tribute to another great man that we lost. We just lost Stephen Boss Twitch to a lot of uncanny circumstances. One of them being mental health. Master P took to his Instagram and he said, rest in peace to the one and only dancing DJ Twitch, and salute to Snoop Dogg for celebrating him. These are crazy times we are living in. You could be smiling one day and gone the next. He was supposed to be a DJ, a guest DJ, on a concert we were having on January 13th. Life is too short. Appreciate your loved ones. Mental illness is real. Shout out to Post Malone, Dre London, coming together with me for the cause. Now, I believe this was the post that unraveled Romeo. Now, we all know that Romeo just lost his sister. Master P just lost a child due to the same circumstances as DJ Twitch. She was battling a lot with depression, and she sadly lost her life. Now, maybe this hit home for Romeo, because he took to his Instagram and he said, today was a boiling point. I seen a man avoid his own children's struggles with suicide and depression, but post another man who passed today that he doesn't even know. Y'all idols be lost. Better stop following the blind. Watch when it's revealed. Now, we was all shocked when Romeo said this because we did not understand what was the reason for it. However, I can understand the context somewhat, okay? So Master P said, this new generation of kids need to stop blaming their parents for everything. How do they think they got to where they are without their parents making certain sacrifices for them? Mental illness is real, and so many families are tragically affected by it, especially when there is added trauma like death of a loved one. Social media is not the place for healing. Son, I love you. Stop trying to get people to feel sorry for you, and let's come up with a solution. You can come talk to your father and your family like a man. You have kids too. No family is perfect, but together with God, we can heal and get through this. Now, I can understand what he meant by that. There are certain sacrifices that parents make. Sometimes they can't be in the house all the time because they're trying to make the money to be able to support their family. I understand that. However, when a child is telling you how they feel, I just sometimes hate when parents downplay it by making it seem like he want people to feel sorry for him. I don't feel like that was the correct choice of words. He also said in the caption, I wouldn't wish this on no parent, especially when you try to do everything you can for your kids. Romeo Miller, what's the plan? You are either part of the problem or the solution. I love you, and the door is always open for you, but I won't tolerate disrespect. I haven't talked to you or seen you in months. God knows I've tried my best. Now, there was a lot of back and forth on the internet. Naturally, Parents are going to be able to sympathize with Master P because sometimes children do not know the sacrifices that certain parents make. But however, sometimes I feel like it does work both ways. Even though you might be responsible for certain W's, you can also be responsible for certain L's. So I think that you got to be able to have that open door policy to be able to hear some of the things you might not want to hear. Now, Master P said, I thought this was about DJ Twitch and about my daughter's death. This is heartbreaking. You just exposed that this is really about money. I watch other celebrities go through this. I'm not playing into this anymore. God knows the truth. I'm at peace. I worked hard to get my family out of the ghetto. Every time I fell off, I got up and I went to work. I didn't blame anyone for my failures. You started this social media rant. So what's your plan besides showing the world you're entitled, spoiled at 30 plus, and throwing a tantrum on social media? I never claimed to be perfect. I'm not afraid to admit I'm still growing as a man and a parent. Everybody deals with death in different ways. I get it. I'm just an ATM for the family. I don't care about an image. The bloggers can have their laughs this week. I'm going to keep working, keep praying, and letting God guide me. Mental illness is real. Now, I have to admit that I did find a lot of truth in what he was saying. And like he said, people are going to deal with grief differently. Romeo might have felt like, damn, Dad, how you going to sit here and put a public post for a man that you didn't know? But there was a lot of situations that was going on with my sister that I felt like you didn't address. Now, Romeo felt like sometimes when his sister was going through bouts of depression and she was going through bouts of mental illness, that Master P was very, very hard on her. And he did not feel like he did the things a father should do in that situation. However, it's not really a blueprint for it neither. You really never know how to handle these situations. So every situation is going to be different, especially family to family. Now, there's going to be some families that's going to be able to tolerate it. And there's going to be some people that is going to expect for those people to take certain accountabilities. And maybe that's what Master P is saying. When I'm looking at this story, I'm seeing that nobody is really wrong. I see two men speaking their own individual truths. Now, Romeo, he came back under that post and he said, this was my last straw, Pops. Stop trying to play the victim. I loved you so much that I followed you blindly for 30 plus years. You know we talk behind closed doors. You aren't the man who you paint to be. And why is it war? Because I refuse to follow your lead. You only want to protect your image, but the image isn't even real. And I don't need anyone to feel sorry for me, Pops. I'm truly a man of God. If you are really a man of God, then you will prevail in the end, even when I share my truth. I try to keep things in the house. You are addicted to social media. And unfortunately, you use this app as therapy. 3K plus posts. And when the world find out about it, the finances outside of the gift or car, I've never been paid for anything I've accomplished as Lil Romeo. Now that's a little deep. Uncle C and Silk know. You only pay outsiders rightfully, so they'll speak good on your name. I'm at peace because I can now speak my truth and help others. Mine was always right. Your pride is everything. Now, when I listen to this, I can understand the child's perspective as well. You dig? I don't really feel like there is a wrong or right. I do not feel like this was a Instagram type of post. However, as he said in his post, look, I tried to talk to my dad behind closed doors. So now let me go to the platform or where he might feel a little bit more comfortable to receive what I'm saying. Maybe that's the way that he was feeling. I don't know. Y'all drop it down in the comments and y'all let me know what y'all think about the whole situation. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's not about money. Okay. And I know a lot of men sometimes that is the forefront of how they feel like their family should be protected. Now, I agree in a certain extent because you need money to survive in this world. People don't care about love. People don't care about excuses, especially the landlords. You dig what I mean? They don't care about none of that. So I do understand what Master P is talking about when he said there were certain sacrifices that he had made. However, just because you are financially great at taking care of your family doesn't mean that you are emotionally and physically present for your family in the same context, if that makes any sense. And that seems to me to be what the problem is with Romeo in this particular situation. It's like, yeah, Dad, you did very well when it came down to finances. However, when it came down to be a parent to me and my sister, you fell a little short. Now, I'm a little torn when it comes down to this particular situation because I do understand both perspectives, okay? And I can understand why Master P might have felt like this was just something about monetary value because Romeo said it. Like, shit, while we're on the topic of it, I never really reaped any income from when I was Lil Romeo, which is crazy if he did not. Now, it was people that was coming in and Master P's comments and Romeo's, you know what I mean? And Romeo did say, look, I believe my father tried his best. The problem is painting the perfect picture to the media and not taking accountability at home for his truths. Now, when you look at it from that perspective, man, you can't help but understand where Romeo was coming from. It's like, shawty, be the same person you are on and off the internet. That's just, I feel the same way. I mean, I can't stand when people paint one picture and then something else. Somebody said, well, he had a better life than me. I don't blame my peoples. And he said, man, we've been living month to month since I was 18. This shit is a mirage. Now, this kind of reminds me of the same situation that 50 Cent just had with his son, Marquise. A lot of people felt like he was entitled. So this other person said, no, I feel you, P. You gave them kids a good life and opportunities. What they do with them, y'all know the rest. They ain't come up. They ain't come up poor or needed anything. So Romeo said, all my siblings are broke, bro. Never even had money to afford college. And nothing is wrong with that. He just shouldn't paint a certain life that isn't real. One big house to stunt in is a minimum way of thinking. I mean, damn, Romeo said he pissed off. You know what I mean? So this is what we're going to talk about in these comments. Do you feel this is another example of a child feeling too entitled? We seen this situation just 2 months ago with 50 Cent and Marquise, and a lot of people were saying that Marquise was spoiled, you know what I mean? And that when he became a certain age, it was up to him to make his own way. Do you feel like this is the same circumstance when it comes down to Master P and his children? I want to know. Drop it down below. We're going to talk about it in these comments. Now, Romeo is now a father. He's now, in fact, a father. And sometimes fatherhood might start painting different pictures. You might start being in your child's life a little bit different than your father was in yours. And you might start looking at him a little sideways. Sometimes fatherhood and motherhood can make us start thinking about those things. I want to know, have you ever been in this particular situation with your parent to where you had to draw the line at some point and say, listen, this is my truth and you got to respect it? I want to know. I appreciate you guys for coming back and tuning in. I love y'all family. And until next video, I'm going to catch y'all, dog. Peace.